The Rascals got a gigantic rating, and just to know that she's still touring and happy and smiling, it's just it's the best of the past all over again, and very much in the present right now.
Nice to keep it alive too, as they say.
I'm so proud of you.
Hey Joey, it's nice to hear your voice.
Gene, I can't believe it. I do a big thing on Bloomberg Radio. We'll chat one day soon on my telephone, okay? We're doing nice.
I'm perfect for radio. I got a face for radio.
I heard that, yeah. I got this week. I got Regis Philbin. I got Larry King. I got Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, you got all the guys that ought to work. That's great.
I'm all looking for jobs, yeah. If I could have Gene the Cornish, that would be.
I'm out of work. Me and Joey have us both on.
I can send them my way. We'll take good care of them, Joe. We'll buy you pizza too.
I'm so honored to be conversing with such great legends. I mean, it's amazing. Joey Reynolds called. You're calling, of course. Ted Smith.
Joey Reynolds still around, huh?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's fighting alligators as we speak.
God bless him. Joey's a wonderful man.
Ask Cha-Cha.
Oh, he's the best.
Joey,
Hi.
When I was a little kid, Joey was my role model. I mean that. He's the best. I can only tell you, I remember when you boys, I'm not looking at it to give any snows. You boys, who's that? You boys were
got two phones in his ear.
there for a while. You can't knock that, right, kid?
Well, we were so lucky to be in a great era. I just want to take a moment. We lost one of our family with Davy Jones. He was part of the '60s family, and we're going to miss him a lot. And it scared the hell out of me because he's a year younger than I am, and I try to keep myself in good health. I'm a cancer survivor. I've had 2 quadruple bypasses, and I'm waiting for the lobotomy, but that's next.
I know that. Davy Jones was on my show about a year ago when he was appearing at the comedy club in my building called the Laugh Factory, and he had a great comedy act. And I borrowed one of his jokes. He says, "You want to hear about my latest crusade, my latest campaign?" I said, "Yeah, what is it?" He says, "You know the way they put pictures of missing children on milk cartons?" I said, "Well, I'm crusading for missing transvestites on half and half."
Oh no! What about that?
He had a great sense of humor.
And Joe, what's great about Davy Jones is we had him here on the phone singing Jingle Bells, thanks to Mr. J.petrecca, our producer, right here, Jim?
Hi, Uncle Joe. How are you, Uncle Joe?
Jim, the whole empire crumbles. Jim,
yeah, that's right. Now, Jim had him. Anything you'd like to say about Davy Jones, since you're the one who had him, set it all up?
I'm sure, that another famous man came along about a month after Davy Jones. His name was Davy Jones. Who could that have been?
David Bowie.
David Bowie, your stuff.
$20. Thank you.
You win the jackpot. So listen, Gene, you're happy and healthy, right, kid?
My phone's ringing. I gotta turn this bad boy off. I'm healthy as a dog. I tell you, I'm ready. I'm waiting for Steve Van Sant to put us to work. Steve Van Sant. Is that me?
No. Yeah. Well, anyway, what would be great, Joe, is to have you and Cousin Brucey and Gene Cornish and a few other people, Joey Reynolds at the Museum of Radio and Television.
I gotta tell you one thing is, if they don't do a show built around the Rascals the way they did it for Jersey Boys, I will personally produce that show. I've had access to.
I'll tell Steve Van Sant. That's his dream, to put us on Broadway.
I've got access to hedge fund managers. I've got untold millions, and when I tell them that I spoke to.
Well, we got a problem with the unions here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
what unions are like.
Jake to take care of the unions.
Joe, you are the best.
Listen, I appreciate this. Your time is valuable. I wouldn't sell your friendship for $100. I mean, that's
not even 50, huh?
110, I'd be tempted. No, I'm very serious. I'm a fanatical fan of your format. And when you get people last week like Tommy James and this week like Gene Cornish, you are hitting the jackpot. You're hitting new heights. I'm so proud of you both. Okay, kids?
Thanks
for
Joe.
calling, Joe.
Who's next, Jim?
We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
What a beautiful night. What a beautiful morning.
Why? What's not to like?
Exactly. Gene Cornish, Teddy Smith.
Teddy Smith.
Bob O'Brien.
Teddy Smith. Teddy Smith.
How are you? Good to see you. That's Bev. That's Bev right here. Gene Cornish, Liz, Bob, Teddy Smith. How you doing?
Jones.
8:42 already, WPAT music time. Now it's time to hear some birds chirping and Gene Cornish as we play great music, WPAT, Teddy Smith and Bob O'Brien.
On a Sunday afternoon.
What's that? Oh, hi. Take a picture of that microphone. It's good.
Couldn't get away too soon.
Bruce Morrow, where are you?
I can't imagine anything that's
Somebody had dropped. Somebody had I just had sex with 300 people.
ain't a place I like to be. Down a crowded avenue.
I think it's best. Yikes.
On the bottom now.
Anything with
Cousin Bruce.
Where's Bruce?
Cousin Bruce. Cousin Bruce. Let's all do it. I'll count 1, 2, 3. Guys,
Do it.
we could meet just
You getting Bruce on the landline?
on a Sunday afternoon.
they're much more fun than the Brigatis, you know that.
We couldn't get away too soon. No,
I had to make copies. I had to make copies in case the other one didn't work. I made 3 of them.
Black and white.
I made 3 of them. Just in case.
keep on spending sunny days this way.
It's amazing.
We're gonna talk and laugh all the time.
Very like the studio, right?
Leslie Westlock, we said you and me and Leslie
Me and Leslie.
Gar.
That was a Gene Cornish classic.
I can't get a word in edgewise.
He's trying to get Bruce on the phone.
Bruce
He's
Morrow.
trying to get Bruce on the phone. Tell Bruce I said hi. We call his show live.
Forget everybody. Not okay. Really loud. Really loud.
You first.
You didn't want to see it, you wouldn't have wanted it. I'm only serious. I got my thermals on, I'm dying. I should have worn that. Taking a video?
one of my favorite Rascals songs. People are gonna be free. Yes, and a couple other things too. But I'm glad that Gene is part of the show tonight. As we see, we have real vinyl in the studio and real equipment like the old days. We actually have turntables, as Bob O'Brien would say, and go back to 1894 till present day.
Hey,
And,
don't knock it. Don't knock it. You know, turntables were invented when they made real music, not with machines.
exactly. I know that you have some. I have to actually screen the calls as we're doing this, and it's just like the old days.
I
Here, pick this one
hope
up,
my
Jim.
bookie doesn't call.
Well, if he does, I'll make sure that you get a good bid or a good number.
I
Right?
want to give a shout out to the Rascals manager Steve Van Zandt, who has a Lou Hammer, a fabulous television show. He's out with cousin Brucey Springsteen, and hopefully we've been talking about it for a while now about the possibility of doing a tour with the Rascals. We're all into it, and Stevie's into it, and we're trying to put it all together with some friends, and we're looking forward to a great future. I mean, actually at this point right now we're the only band that ever broke up for 40 years and got back together, and all members are functioning and alive. So my shout out is to Eddie and Dino and Felix, and also brother David. We celebrated our 47th anniversary February 15th.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It'd be great to have, like
3
you
more
said.
years I get to go watch.
That's right. And hopefully, we get Steve Van Zandt on the show with you, and promote the tour. Hopefully, that's going to
Well,
be
it's in a dream stage right now. But all four, we had a 3 days rehearsal. We were invited to get together and appear. Steve Van Zandt and Maureen Van Zandt were being honored for a cancer benefit. Since I was a cancer survivor, it scared the hell out of the guys. All of a sudden, I kept saying for years, "Well, we're going to go to one of the funerals," and instead, they showed up for me, and we showed up for that. And it's a plan. We hope, it's a plan.
That's great. You're playing in New City, New York, up in Rockland County. There's some people from Rockland County right over here.
Yeah, I'm going to be at the CB Kitchen at 10 o'clock tonight with the Guitar Club for Men. It's a band
New
that
City.
That's right.
That's great. I mean, and you're playing.
It's a band that I put together with. It's 4 guitars, bass, and drums, and we basically feature instrumentals from late 50s, early 60s. All of the songs that kids who get a guitar now when they're 12 years old never get to hear. So they got to start with Jeff Beck. It's sort of starting with algebra in the first grade. So
You know what? Jim told me last week. He said Jeff Beck was listening to the show on the internet, which is a great resource these days for broadcasting. And he said that Jeff likes the show, particularly the Four Seasons, as you said. And
well, Jeff's one of my guitar heroes. He's one of the greatest of all time. I just wish he'd get a shirt. He keeps wearing a vest all the time. Sorry, Jeff. Love
Sorry,
you.
anyway, 212-219-9699. Teddy Smith and Bob O'Brien. It's almost 20 minutes before 8 o'clock and 60 degrees tomorrow in the wintertime. I don't know what happened to the winter, but by the way, who's your favorite football player? Do you have one in mind? Or?
Favorite football player?
Yeah.
I'm a baseball freak.
How about your favorite baseball team?
Baseball freak. Well, I grew up in Rochester, New York, which had the AAA team when I was a kid with the Cardinals. And then when I escaped Rochester in '64 to come to New York, I escaped. I say that with much love. The Orioles took over, and Cal Ripken started there, and Mike Messina, and now they're with the Minnesota Twins. So I wanted to be a ball player until I discovered Elvis, and then it started my whole misspent youth.
When you were like 4, 6, 7 years old, you're listening to the radio, or you're having growing up as a kid, who was your favorite rock and roll singer? Did you have one particular?
Well, you know what?
2 or 3
I mean, rock and
artists, or-
roll didn't come around until I was almost 12. I was 12 in 1956, so I came in on the ground floor. And my mom was a singer with Eddie Duch and Woody Herman's orchestra. She sang for a month with Ozzie Nelson's orchestra, filling in for Harriet Nelson. And I would always joke with her. I said, "Ma, you should have stopped Ozzy. I could have been with you." Can I say stop? I'm in New York. Stop. But anyway, she was a rockette, so I got my genes from her. I got my drive and determination and my loyalty and my work ethics from my dad, Ted Cornish. And when I get inducted in the Hall of Fame in Rochester, I insisted to have 2 empty seats for them on the stage for them. And Felix is coming up, by the way, to induct me. I'm sorry.
Not indict you.
Well, that would be an Eddie Brigati thing. He's coming up, and what a great honor, for him to do that, which is a real sign of the great goodwill between all of us. We had a misunderstanding for a few years, And the lawyers kept us apart because that's how they make their money. Nothing personal, but I put a lot of kids through yeshiva.
In Brooklyn?
No. But now I've got an Italian lawyer, Brian Andreoli, who's the best.
Hey, that's as Bob O'Brien would say, the best of the best.
Now I'm going to jump ahead of time. I'm going to jump ahead to next Christmas. I hope you'll play my Christmas record. I have a single out that we've put up for the last 2 years. And
I'd be delighted to. In fact, I do such offbeat things, I'd even play it now.
No, that's okay. It's off-season. It's off-season. But it's called Sleigh Bell Symphony by Guitar Club for Men. It's on iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon.com. And I told the guys, I said, it's not gonna make money for about 15 years, so it's money for our assisted living. Hey, I'm working here. Is this my card?
Those are actually good clients for us here in the radio business. But in the meantime, we're going to have a couple commercials read by Ellen in a few minutes from now, and we're going to put on Eddie Brigati.
Eddie Brigati.
Eddie Brigati. We know that guy, Eddie Brigati. Eddie, what's up? Teddy here. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
Oh, good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening. Oh, that's you're close by. We're going to actually get you into the studio one of these days, I'm sure, right?
I'm sure. How can I be sure?
How can I be sure?
Eddie, you'd love these guys. Half of them is Italian.
I'm just calling in to thank you for defending my honor.
Well, you know what? It's my job, my honor, and my duty, and you're my brother.
Wow.
Happy anniversary, bro, Ham.
Yeah, we did 47 years. I can't believe it.
For 3 more years, we get the gold watches.
That's half a century.
That's right. And we're still here, all 4 of us.
Well, it's just an amazing history that you guys share, that you can write, I'm sure, many, many books about it, many stories. And
Yeah, we can't live them all down.
No. What are you doing on the other side of the Hudson River?
I came over to get this. They got me pizza. I'm signing I'm signing your name.
how do you like our studio audience in here? Isn't it great? Just like the
Everybody,
inside.
say hello to everybody. I got some hot-looking babes here, and Sandy Hicks is here, and she's hotter than ever. By the way, congratulations on your brand new wedding anniversary.
Congratulations,
Married,
Eddie.
everybody got married, you gave in.
I'm Eddie Level now.
Oh my God, well that's good, that's good. Eddie, do you hear take out the garbage much?
No. I have a person that comes to do that once a month.
David comes out?
He told me all about it. I think he's home now. He was supposed to be calling in. Instead, he lateraled the number to me, and I called in.
Well, he doesn't want to come out of the house even on the phone. Is that the deal?
No, he'll be out. Just give him a call.
Well, Joe-
Got that number.
Joe Russo told me that he comes out once in a while.
Mention the number on the air.
Now, isn't it true
973.
Isn't it true that Chuck Mangione and Lou Reed will be up there up in
Well,
Rochester?
Chuck Mangione is indicted, as Eddie would say, with the Rochester Hall of Fame with Steve Garrett and Cab Calloway and George Eastman, and Uncle Felix is coming up to indict me.
And what date is that again?
I would have asked you to do it, but you're married.
When are you going there?
It's April 29th.
The 28 days after April Fool's Day.
And you know what? There's still tickets for sale if you want to come.
You know what?
Get the free ticket from Sandy.
What a great,
Maybe, and Eddie, maybe I'll go up there with you. Maybe
Hey,
I'll go
Ted,
up
I'm
there with
talking
you.
here.
Oh, I'll shut my mouth. Yeah.
Eddie,
I take you up on that. Let's keep the wires hot.
I heard you had dinner with Jimmy Mack and people up at the top of the park.
How does news come?
I'm playing in New City tonight up in Westchester, and Jimmy Mack's going to sing with me. So.
I used to buy my gold tip in that town.
Is that true?
No kidding.
Well, is that where you had your teeth fixed?
Okay, time for you to get a beating.
Good night, Eddie.
Yeah, well, good luck, and you stay well.
Well, I send my love to Shante and everybody and all the nieces and cousins and aunts and uncles and Ann and Davis and everybody. And we miss Grandma Connie.
Oh, yeah. They're all around. They're the people that are making us behave from up in the street up there.
Ada Cornish is up there too. I told Ted I got two empty seats. But they're not going to be empty. Mom and Dad will be there just to keep me in line.
It'd be great to meet them, too.
They're not talking to me right now, though.
I know. Wow.
Eddie, happy anniversary. Thank you for calling, my man.
Guys, be well, take care, and we'll see you soon.
Let's do lunch, baby.
Catch up to you after, see how you work out tonight.
Well, Joey D's treating us, you know.
Yeah.
I hear he's going to have a great workout.
Oh,
Him in South Benora.
Exactly.
there you go.
And
All right, guys.
thank you very much, Eddie. You're the best. And when we come back, we're going to actually speak with the best of the best, Mr. Bob O'Brien, after this song with Teddy Smith and Bob O'Brien at WPAT.
Bye, Eddie.
Aloha.
Bobby, you're next.